This is not a class of any Windows Server installation, but for this practicals, so we need a Windows Server for a certain only mainly one part purpose only. Of course, two things purpose we can use. One is like a iSCSI disk. So I need iSCSI for my server. So for a ESXi server. So for that purpose, I need a Windows server. Last time, because of space is not available, I deleted it and I forget to recreate it back. Okay. So that is we will do it one server installation. Okay. Then we'll make it as an Active Directory server. Okay. And also we'll make it as a iSCSI server. Okay. So first thing is we do installation and Active Directory, everything. So I think it will take 40 to 50 minutes, but we'll try. Okay. So anybody want to participate in it? Also you can participate. So you can use typical or a custom. Anyone is no problem right now. So I'm using a typical. So I'm using custom because I want to select iSCSI. If it is a typical, it is selecting automatically SSD type of disk. No problem actually. No problem at all. So use the typical faster steps are there. I'm using typical recommended. Next, I will select I will install operating system later. Next. So I want to install a Windows Server 2022. It's a 64-bit version only. Directly it is anyway 64-bit. 19 or 22 or 16 or anything is okay. No problem at all. Okay. I'm doing 922. So here I am installing Windows Server, right? So I am using it for you. So Win S1. Okay, Win S1. My server, so virtual machine name is Win S1. And I want to store my virtual machines in a location called D drive. So in a Latif VMs, I want to store. Copy this location. Control A. Control V. Yes. Location is copied and put a slash. Copy the name. Paste the name. So in this folder, all my virtual machines are stored. So this virtual machine also stores in this specific folder here. Okay. So that is mission. Next. It is showing 60 GB disk space. What I'm doing is I put a 1 before it. So it's become 160 GB. Okay. Of course, we need to do some partitioning and we need some space for certain things. So we are using this as a 160 GB. Single file. Now you have to change few things here. Customize hardware. It is showing two processors. The memory is 2 GB. Okay, leave it for 2 GB is enough, right? One single processor is enough. So 1. Virtualization technology is not required, but I am selecting it. So if you are selecting this one, then you have to add a 3 lines. I need a nested virtualization. What is nested virtualization? Okay, what is nested virtualization? This is my physical machine. In my physical machine, I have a physical CPU. And this physical CPU is supporting VTX, virtualization technology, right? So then when I'm creating a virtual machine in my system, so this CPU, from this CPU, I'm getting virtual CPUs. So the hypervisor create these virtual CPUs, which is actually space taken from this physical CPUs only. From physical CPUs, it creating virtual CPUs. Okay, our hypervisors like a VMware workstation or maybe a any ESXi or Hyper-V, anything you take it. So those hypervisors, what it will do when you're creating a virtual machine, it create a virtual CPU for it. The virtual CPU is a part of your physical CPU. It will consume from your physical CPU. But this is not a physical CPU, it's a virtual CPU. Because its virtualization is enabled in physical machine, you can able to create a virtual machine. One second. One second. Okay. Understand this point, guys. Point number one. Understand this point. Virtual machine, virtual CPU.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's a very simple point. Only we are already known that one. But in case, in this virtual machine, I want to create another virtual machine. In case, in this virtual machine, I want to create another virtual machine. So again, you want to create a virtual machine. What is required for the machine is virtualization technology must be supported for this virtual machine. Okay, then only you can create a virtual machine in this virtual machine. Okay, so for that one, we are selecting this option. Where it is, we are selecting this option. Virtual ICE Intel VTX EPT or a VMDV or VI. So we are selecting this option. Okay, next one. And there is a column in here in the VMware. What is the column is? This CPU is virtual CPU. From physical CPU, you will get a virtual CPU. And this is already virtual CPU. You can't get another virtual CPUs from here. Okay. From physical CPU, virtual CPU is created. But from physical CPU, from virtual CPU, you can't create another virtual CPUs. It's difficult, right? So to do that one, so we are going to add, there is a 3-line setting in the .vmx file. VMware, the VMware, we are adding there is a 3 lines, we should add it in the .vmx file. Okay, that part I will show you. For now, we'll doing this one. Understand why I selected this Intel virtualization for getting nested virtualization. Next is image. Use ISO image, you know already this thing. The images are in my hard disk in that a new software folder, new software data folder. And the name of the virtual machine is, this is the one, server, this is the new one, right? Okay. Then you can use VMNet 0 or you can use NAT also. So here I'm using for now VMNet 0. Host only is better actually. Yeah, we can use VMNet 0 as well as NAT. Both we can use it. So right now I'm using VMNet 1. Okay, I'm using VMNet 1. I want to separate it. VMNet 0, 0 is good. Yeah, 0 is also good. We'll keep it 0 for now. Later we'll see any problems. Okay, that we'll see later. Okay. understand this one also, then we can do some projects. After completion of this course, we have a project. Okay. So each step why I'm doing is, so like that, if you follow, then you'll understand. Yeah. Mission is created, then I'm going to edit virtual machine settings, VMNet 0, and I use VMNet 0 is connecting your physical machine to virtual machine. What is this VMNet 0? Your physical machine having a physical adapter, right? Maybe you are using Wi-Fi adapter or LAN adapter. Okay. So you are connected to Wi-Fi adapter. So you have to connect this VMNet 0 to this Wi-Fi adapter. You have to specify this setting. Okay. How to do that one? Go here, VM, edit, virtual network editor. Go to edit, virtual network editor. So it is showing network editing, but not showing a VMNet 0. Click on the change settings. Click on the change settings. Yes. Click on yes. Then it will open this virtual editor. See, this is the symbol. Click on here. So it is VMNet 0 bridged Wi-Fi 6 AX201. If you see the setting, this is bridged VMNet 0 bridged, bridged to which adapter? Which adapter? How you know that adapter? Go to your network adapter in physical machine, your network adapters. So ncpa.cpl. It will take you directly your network adapters, network connections window. So this is my Wi-Fi adapter, which is connected to Wi-Fi. Double click, details, see the description, Intel Wi-Fi 6 AX201 160 megahertz. So that is my adapter name. So here also, by general, it will be show as automatic, but change it to such here. Where is that name? This is the name. It shows lot of names. Even Wi-Fi direct virtual is not that one. This is the one, not a virtual direct. It is here. This is the adapter. Check your adapter. Select your adapter. Apply. Okay. Apply. Okay. So then, so you are bridging between this VMNet 0 adapter to the your physical adapter. 70. Okay, okay. Some people. Okay. So it is bridging to your Wi-Fi adapter. It means which virtual machine is connected to this VMNet 0. So this machine can able to access your physical network. direct physical network IP addresses. Okay, that is a VMnet 0. So what is your physical IP address you are getting? Same network IP address you are getting. Okay, understand guys? Network.
Yes, sir.
Very. Next one is we use NAT, right? NAT adapter. That is VMnet 8 adapter. This is a NAT adapter. This NAT adapter also binded to your physical adapter only. But what it will do, so your physical IP is different and this IP address is different from NAT. Okay, it's a different IP address is assigned here. Different IP is assigning to this one. Okay, so but it will able to communicate outside. From outside to inside communication is not there, but it can able to communicate to the physical network, but not from the physical network to this machine. So completely separating the network. For example, you are connecting this virtual machine to this VMnet 0. So this VM and this VM will communicate each other. And I can also, from my physical machine, I can communicate it to both the machines. And also from physical network, I can communicate it to these physical machines. Okay, that is what it is, like a switch type. This is like a bridge or a switch type, which make a connecting the devices. The NAT, those devices are in the NAT. Those devices will communicate each other. Of course, your physical machine, from physical machine also you can communicate. But we cannot communicate from physical network. Okay. So this is all our networking, all our virtualization networking part. Okay. So where is our setting? Okay, I selected a VMnet 0 here. Okay, later I will change it. I will add more adapters to it. And I go to options, advanced, select UEFI and time sync off, select time guest time sync. And one more here in the advanced, sometimes it will shows disable client side mitigation. So Hyper-V client side Hyper-V mitigation option is there. Under settings, may shows disable client side mitigation like that. So select that option. Otherwise, what happens when you start your virtual machine, it should throw that error. Okay. So here the settings completed. So one part is we have to do it. What is that? So there is a file. Okay. In my system, which is VM edit file. We all are, yeah, VM edit file. It's a small file with 3 lines. These 3 lines are important lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in your WhatsApp group. Okay. Copy these 3 lines, keep it in a file and keep it in your system. What is these 3 lines? These 3 lines are telling hypervisor.cpu ID v0 false. It means for virtual machine, the CPU is a virtual CPU. I said it is false. So I think system think it is a physical CPU. It's not a virtual CPU. And other nested virtualization things like MCE, VHU instructions will be enabled inside. So I copying these 3 lines. Where to paste? Where to paste? See this virtual machine. Right click on the virtual machine. Open VM directory. Open VM directory. Can you see .vmx file? If you cannot able to see .vmx, then go to these three. Sorry, view. Go to view, show file name extension. Okay, in a Windows 11, view, show, file name extraction. See, it is visible. In a Windows 10, it will be different again. Okay. So this is the .vmx file. Right click a .vmx file, open with a notepad. If you don't see the notepad here, choose other app. Choose other app, select a notepad in the list. Just once. Okay, scroll down to the last. You will find Flappy 0. You'll find Flappy 0 there. See, this is Flappy 0. Okay. Bottom of there is an empty line. Just click on this line, empty line. Under Flappy 0, click and paste these three lines. Paste these three lines. Paste three lines. Now it is completed. So now we should don't, so just click on the under Flappy 0 and paste three lines. Don't paste in some random place. Paste in the bottom of the file. Once completed, first save it, then close it. Compulsory close it. Okay, I closed it. Now the entire settings are completed. We have to start the installation. Can we start installation, guys? Windows Server.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Now tell
Yes,
me
sir.
how to install. Click on the screen. What to do? I didn't tell. What have to do now? Alt Control Insert. Press any key. You are installed. You are all installed Windows Server, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But we didn't get like this. We simply opened it.
Directly like this logo.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Currency format. English India. Currency format means current time and currency format. So it will automatically select Indian time zone. So when I said in English India, it select our Indian time zone because my server is now in the Indian time zone. If I created a server which is remotely created, it is there in US, in based on their time zone, I have to create. Okay, but you have to sync properly. Okay, language to install, of course, English United States, right? English India. Next, install now. These are pre-installation steps. Language, keyboard selection, then install now. Now, which one you have to select?
Second one, sir. Windows Server
Second.
2022
Desktop
desktop.
experience.
So you can select any of the desktop experiences. So first two are standard standards, next two are data centers. Okay, this first one and third one is CLI, command line interface type only, means minimal type of server. Desktop experiences GUI, graphical environment, full windows with a graphical environment. This is minimal with a CLI environment. We can select standard or data center because we are using evolution. Okay, we are not paying any license key here. Just I'm selecting data center. Why data center? The data center per core, n number of virtual machine licenses. At a time, I can run 1024 virtual machines in the Hyper-V. That's why I'm selecting data center. In standard, we can run two virtual machines at a time. Standard edition. That is the difference. Yeah, accept the license. Okay. First is time zone. Next one is install, selecting which operating system, data center or standard edition, desktop experience, and select license, accept the license. Next, which one? Customer upgrade,
Custom, custom install.
custom. Why custom? This machine is empty system, nothing is there. So when you are installing fresh installation, custom. Or when you are installing, you want to remove the old completely, you want to remove the old OS and installing freshly, then also custom. Upgrade, you are upgrading from older operating system to newer operating system. Like already Windows 2016 is there. 2019 server is there. I want to upgrade it to the next version. Then I will select upgrade. Means the files, applications, settings will transfer from old to new one. Custom, it remove everything. Means including your application settings will be removed. Data also removed. So I will select custom. Next, hard disk. Which option?
Click on new.
Yes, sir.
Very good. New. You can specify the space here, or you can simply apply, then automatically it will split into the different disk. So I'm installing. So my virtual machine is UEFI. Okay. So my virtual machine. So options. This is UEFI, and it is a newer operating system. Then the disk is automatically a ZPT type of disk only. Currently nothing is specified, but once you create a partition, it is ZPT type of disk only. Apply. Okay. So I didn't specify any disk partitioning it. So I'm trying to install entire thing into this partition. Two partitions, one is system and another is reserved. But in a primary, we are going to install OS. Later we can shrink the partition. Okay. Now installation is going on. And yeah, before that one, I have to do one setting. Every time I'm forgetting Avalon. So we'll see that. Yeah. Now it is installing. Once it is installed, it's going to be restarted. Guys, these are pre-installation steps. Okay, if in case, if you have got this question, how you install a Windows server in a VMware. So say I install a Windows Server 2016 or 2019 or 2022 in a VMware workstation. We are installed in a VMware workstation. First, I created a virtual machine. So click on a new virtual machine and next and selected a virtual machine name and location. Then next, finish. Then I change the settings. I specify the 2 GB RAM for the virtual machine because minimum 2 GB RAM is required. I specified the 2 GB RAM, 1 CPU, and specify the ISO image file. So I browse and select the ISO image file. I select the network, VMnet 1 or a VMnet or maybe VMnet 0. Which one is you used? Okay, based on that, select it. Okay, and go to options and advanced. I select UEFI. Don't go to that much. You select a CPU, RAM, operating system, and this one. In a hard disk, you choose what is the default hard disk, like 60 GB or 100 GB, 200 GB, how much you are selected. Tell the hard disk size and click OK. Then machine is ready. I power on the virtual machine. Press any key from boot CD or DVD. Press any key, like enter the. Then it asks for the installation. Installation is started, right? So in installations, I selected English India as a time and currency format. Selected time and currency format and select the time zone, language, keyboard. Time zone, language, keyboard. These three things for any operating system, these three things are important. Okay. So here you choose English India here. Keyboard is English United States. Next, I click on install. Then it asks for choose which operating system, which version, which edition, sorry, which version. So I choose standard data desktop experience. Next, accept the license. I choose custom because freshly installation. Next, I select the disk and click on new, and I created a partition. Okay, then next installation is started, it's going on. Step by step, guys. If you tell step by step, even there is a mistake in steps, no problem. Okay, so at least first 5-6 steps tell clearly. Yeah, that is a putting like at least other person should understand you learned it. Okay, you learned it, you know it. Even next to be doing some practicals and yes, Excel. Even that is also you should tell how to do it step by step. Okay, whether you perform really or not perform does not matter. Even you guys are asked me yesterday night evening, that is very important. That NFS setup and CAFS setup is little confusing. So see the setup once again. Okay, tell them how to set up basic things. If someone is speaking or accidentally. Okay. Hemant, your mic. Okay. Even that NFS, EFS setups. Now that is also without guide, we can't remember all the steps also. You're right, that is correct one I'm telling. Okay. No one can remember all the steps to do it. But basic things. What is NFS? NFS util is a package. NFS server is a service name, right? So you install a NFS util. I install NFS util. Okay, I start the NFS service and I allow NFS in the firewall. Allow NFS in the firewall, and I created a folder. Okay, I created a folder. I specify this folder as a NFS sharing folder. It is in the settings. So next, from the client, I install NFS utils for client purpose. Then I mount NFS folder to from server like a mount -t NFS or a mount IP address : that shared folder name and my local mount folder. Then it is got connected. I created a file in the server. Same file I can able to access from client. So when I create a file in that NFS access folder, I can able to access from there. So actual data is storing in the server only. Just from client we are accessing. That's it only. Only like that only tell them guys. Never tell like don't think like that. I have to remember all the command, each and every command. So commands, common commands like a system CTL start the service, start service name. Firewall -cmd -permanent -add service equal to service name. The commands is common commands, but for every setup, for every command you should remember. That may not happen. Means even experienced person also cannot able to do it. Okay. Sometimes because we are doing lot of things out of that one, for everything we can't do it. But basic things we can able to do it. At least you don't remember last time, yesterday we done root password reset. How many steps you will remember? Maybe may not be. But tell them I've done practical. So I have done, I resetted my root password because I forget root password. Or maybe we practice that root password. And actually when a system is booted, I do up arrow and down arrow, E plus E to edit. Okay. Then we go to the booting settings and we reset the password. Commands, I am not exactly commands, I don't remember. I went to the single user mode. I go to rescue mode. It is a single user mode. There I reset the password. That's it. If you don't remember all the commands, don't apologize. But tell them you know it, you practiced it. You know few things, but you didn't remember entire exact to exact. For a few things, not everything, not for everything I will tell. No. For a few things, like a long, so many commands kind of related practicals. You should tell, you practiced it, you remember these commands. That's it. Certain practicals compulsory have to tell all the steps. For long commands like these setups, you can tell them, just I practiced it, but this is the way we are done, but I didn't remember exact commands. No harm. Okay. So installation is completed. What is the next step? After reboot.
Set the password.
Very good. Give the password for your default administrator, server administrator. So username is already administrator. Give the password for administrator. Password is always administrator. What we are using. You don't require any security. Just click on finish. It's set up. As any operating system you install into a physical machine, after installation, you have to install the drivers. After installation, you have to install the drivers. Alt Control Insert. For Alt Control Delete, you should use Alt Control Insert. If you install any OS, Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows Server or anything, after installation, as required, you have to install the drivers. But in a VMware VM, what you have to install instead of drivers, what you have to install here after installation of OS. But install virtual VMware tools. Install VMware tools. So what is these tools? These tools create a flexibility between your physical host to virtual machine. Means the screen resolutions, network related drivers, okay, voice basic drivers like a virtual, it's running on a virtual VMware platform. So that related platform related drivers will be loaded. So it will create flexibility with that. Yeah, D drive, again, go to the folder, okay. You know already, so just I'm installing setup 64. So install the VMware drivers. After that one anyway it is going to be restarted. So use complete or typical, no problem. Finish. Game. Finish. Restart. Yes. Your Windows is run. So now. So you're successfully installed in the sun. Now, how to check this virtual machine, this machine, it's a Windows machine, right? How to check this machine is supporting virtualization or not. In physical machine, we go to the task manager, then go to the performance CPU, virtualization is enabled. Is it enabled here? Same. Go to task manager, click on more details. It's like a Windows 10 only, it is. Performance, CPU, virtualization is enabled. So it meaning is I can create a virtual machine in this physical machine. Okay. And if you see the bottom, it is Windows Server Data Center Evolution version. Click on local server, you can also see few things. Same thing. Windows Server 2022 Data Center. So guys, tell me, by look of this server manager or background, do you find any differences between 2016 to 2022? Nothing.
No, sir,
Admin
nothing.
center added in his 2032.
Both are having admin centers. 2012 and 2007, 8 onwards admin centers. Admin center, yes, very good. That is, admin center is there from 2019. It is introduced in 2019. Yes, very good. Here it is. You can able to see admin center. In 2016, admin center is not there. Very good, very good. Okay. There is a few differences are there. So I will give you the list of few differences. I think I forward it. Otherwise, I will do it. Okay, no problem. Okay. So older version to the 2016, what are the new things introduced? Even if you read it, it is difficult, but try to remember one or two. Like this is a good thing, like admin center, like that. Okay. So here, what I'm going to do is first I will change my network. For server is always better with a static IP. But there is a problem. What is the problem? Today, this IP address, tomorrow, you should use different IP address. Okay. So whatever you'll do it. Okay. For now, I'm going to change this IP address. And I leave that IP. No. Better. What is the IP? 194.107. Okay. So I'm giving same as like that 192, 16, 194, 107. And subnet mask is showing defaultly 255.255.0.0. But in this network, different subnet mask 152 is using. Okay. The gateway is 192.16, 194.1. Okay. I want to make this as a DNS server plus DHCP server. So it is, sorry, DNS server plus, I want to make this one as a DNS server as well as Active Directory. So I am giving both connectivity purpose 194.1. If I want more DNS servers, I can add from here. From here also, I can add it. Just like add 192, 160, 16, sorry, 172, 16, 194, 15. Like another DNS server in my network. I can add like that. Okay. So this is send an IP address. What are the IP address I got it? Same thing I send as a static. Okay, just I need to communication, physical communication. Original my practical way is different. So IPv6 is not required in this one. So I'm unselecting IPv6. So you don't need to do all these things for you. So just look at what I'm trying to use. So no internet access, we close it. Define. So now it is static IP address. We'll see it is working or not working later. So now it is IP address is changed. I'm going to change my computer name to Win S1. It's a member of work group only right now. So I'm changing my computer name. Better always change the computer name before you are installing Active Directory. All these things you can do tomorrow also, but yeah, for two practicals, I need this machine. We communicated to this 172, 16, 194, 107. Request timed out means good. From here also, I'm trying to communicate. Ping 172, 16, 194.1. Destination host not reachable. But only. Otherwise, what I will do, I will put it in a once. Why it is not communicating it? 252, 191, it's a 192. Default gateway, everything is 192. So there is a mistake. 172, 16, it's 194 and 107. But remaining is different. This is subnetted network 152. And this is a default gateway. It's 172, 16, 192.1. And 172, 16, 194, 107. Now we'll keep 107 only. Later we'll see that one. Because it will confuse. Can we communicate from here? Request timed out. Request timed out. Maybe may not. Okay, later we'll see. So any changes? Connected to VMnet 0 only. So I can have all of it. Yeah. What is the next is domain controller. Tell me how to create a domain controller.
Go to dashboard, sir. Once.
Okay.
Now click on add roles and features.
Okay. Very good. Also you can go from here. Manage roles and features.
Okay.
Now both are show this screen only. So 1 second. Display settings. It's 125. Yes, 125 means good. Yeah. Next step.
Click on next. Role base.
Why role base or feature base? Why not this one?
We are using currently now, sir, in this PC.
Mhm. Very good. Correct. We are installing either role or a feature. We are installing. So our Active Directory is a role. So then we are installing role or a feature installations. We are not using VDI infrastructure. Or you can say, I don't know this one. But what is this? Role based or feature based? Meaning is you are in role or a feature into this machine. Okay. In machine. You are installing role or a feature. Next. So what is this? Select server from server. So it is showing one server. Guys, in Windows, server can manage multiple servers. So you can install the roles or features in the different servers from one single server. Okay. So in our server pool, we have only one single server right now. So that's it is. Select from server pool. It may be list multiple servers here if you are added to the multiple servers. Okay. Currently it is showing one server, that is our server only. What is virtual hard disk? You can install a role or a feature into a hypervisor virtual machine. That time we can able to select like this. Okay. But we are not doing that one. We are using select a server pool and select our local server. Next. Which one I have to connect? Select.
Active Directory domain
Second one, sir.
services.
Second one. Very good. Active Directory domain services. Okay. And other things are different services. So this is our Active Directory. Click on add features. Okay. See, this is a Hyper-V. See Hyper-V. I'm not installing right now. The Hyper-V. Yes. Comes along with an operating system. That is the one. Next. Features, we are not doing anything. Next. Next. Click on the restart destination server automatically if required. Yes. If this installation may require a restart. So you don't have to wait. Automatically it will restart. Click on install. So from 2008, 64-bit means in 2016, 2012, 2019, 2016, 22. So we can use it as a regular our domain controller like that server, plus we can use Hyper-V inside of this machine for virtualization purpose. Okay. Now what is the next step?
Promote the server to a domain controller.
Well, till now, we installed a role only, but we didn't configure this server as a domain controller. This is server, just we installed a role. Okay. After installation of role, you will get this tools options like different things. Active Directory, users and computers, city showing OK, city showing crossmark. Means you can connect any remote domain controller and get the information, but not right now. Nothing, no database is created. No Active Directory database is created. So once you promote it, it will create it. So promote this server to a domain controller. So I do not have any domain controllers. So what to do? So this is the first forest in my domain I'm creating. Root domain. What name? So my favorite name is contoso.com. Okay. Root domain. Contoso.com. Next. Next step, tell me.
Set a passwords.
Set a password. So make sure, because you do not, if you don't have a separate DNS server, make sure it is selected and automatically global catalog is selected and give the password. What is this password for?
Recovery mode, sir.
In case you back up your database, Active Directory database. Now, after a few days, like you want to restore it back. Maybe your current machine, that Active Directory database is gone, but you have a backup. You want to restore it, or you want to go to that restore mode of your Active Directory for this password. But this password must be same as your first password, so it avoid a confusion later. So what is this? Create a delegation DNS. If you have a separate DNS server, then it will be option is enabled. But our server is our DNS server. What is NetBIOS domain name? My domain name is
And so on.
contoso.com. Yes. Contoso is a NetBIOS domain name. Actual domain name, not a top top level domain name. Win S1 is a NetBIOS computer name. Contoso.com is NetBIOS domain name. Okay. WinS1.contoso.com. WinS1.contoso.com is FQDN, fully qualified domain name. Host name and domain name, complete domain name. What are these three folders? So in a database, name is ntds.dat is a database file. It stores in this location by default. Logs files, Active Directory log files will store in this location. Sysvol folder this is the sysvol folder location. Sysvol is a public shared domain directory. Okay, it's a public shared one. Public shared folder, which contains, generally it is for a quick group policies, like you can store group policy in the sysvol folder. So domain wide, these policies will be easily applicable. Means in the domain computers easily get these policies. Next. So it is checking prerequisites are fill or not, means after changing of computer name, do you rebooted or do you have a selected correct DNS address or not, like that? It will check everything. Everything is good, you will get a green check mark. Next is install. Already you have done. Yeah, you're telling us, so it's a good thing. Guys, what group policies you are practiced in a class? Did you practice group policies or not?
Others are told those topics are removed, sir.
Okay. It is saying if you don't do anything also, it will going to be restart. And it will restart automatically. So we set up a domain controller. So we'll see how to create a OU, how to create a user, and how to open these Active Directory users and computers. Just that option, then we'll close it. And we'll go for the VMware vSphere. Why I installed? Because I need one iSCSI drive, because that practical is there in VMware. So for that one, I installing this one. And as well as it's a common questions in this, mainly in interim evaluation, they will ask commonly like Do you install it or not? How you install? What step it is? What it is? So like that, you'll ask questions. So whenever you got a question, guys, whether it is you confidently know it or not, don't worry about it. Tell them you have done the practical. So we have what practical you have done. Okay. At least tell about 1 or 2 points about it. Okay. Try max to tell on this. Okay. Try to tell. Max to max, try to give complete answer, complete step by step thing. In case something you are not able to do, don't say, I don't know. Instead of telling, I don't know, tell something like what you have done, what you know, what is the, you have at least some idea about it, what idea you have it, please tell them. Okay. So try complete for few things. Okay. Few certain things may, that's the point. Okay. What is this Windows Admin Center? Anybody having idea about Windows Admin Center?
It's like instead of using server manager, we can use admin center, sir.
Very good. So I want to do any task in the server. So first I have to go to server room, then open it server, open the server manager, then I have to do the task, right? How to install the services, how to check the services, I can manage from server. That's first option. Second one, if I'm in a network, means not in the server room, I'm in the network, then I have to access the server through remote desktop. Then I have to access the server through remote desktop. In the that one again, so I'm accessing server, right? So it's in the server manager is there. I will open the server manager, so I will manage it. This is second. Third one, this server manager RM tool is there, remote management tool is there. One tool is there earlier. So that is, you can directly download from Microsoft server, okay, Microsoft website, install into your desktop, but desktop must be connected to domain controller. Then only it will authenticate. Must be connected to domain controller. Even remote desktop, all these things in the domain environment because authentication is important, right? So, so once your desktop must be in the domain and install the package. That packages will use server manager. From that server manager connected to your physical server, means connected to your Windows server, and you can able to manage. This is the third one. From 2009, this Windows Admin Center is introduced. It is a browser-based application. It means if you install this Windows Admin Center into this local machine, just I click on this link. Okay, I click on this link. So this link will opens into the web browser, default web browser. Okay, it opens in the links like this. Okay, it's a old Edgeboard browser only. So we can download that package into our local machine and install that package. Install the package. This is Windows Admin Center. Okay, you can download the package. You can click on download now. Okay, download Admin Center. This is for your Windows server. This is for including Azure. Azure management, like you are having Azure account connectivity for Azure management also. Download. Download it, but not completely. That is downloaded. Keep, because server is always secure kind of stuff. It won't open multiple things and that. Have to keep on click on keep. Now open the file. So install the file. What happened if we install this one in the physical machine in the server? You can access your server through network using web browser. Accept, nothing add and just the next. Accept, next. Okay. For security, it is showing a importing signing certificate. Okay. This backside things, we will close it. Let it keep. I want to show only two, but this is additional one. Few things compulsory we should know in this. Express setup or custom setup. So I don't know what one is earlier. It is not there. So FQ then endpoint and the express setup is easy. So we'll go to that one. Use pre-installed TLS. Generates use pre-installed. Okay. Select when no nothing is there. Then we have to go to the generate self-signed certificate. What happened in the custom? Local host only, remote access and express only self-sign. So I go to express self-sign, install update automatically. Okay, now problem. Dynasty data required anything, no problem. Okay. External, internal port range, start and 6601. 6601 is the port number. Okay, this is the name. Next. 6601. So preparing to install. I think this is a version 2. So in 2019 it is, I don't ask so many questions like that. It's simply install and access. Improved Windows Admin Center. So exactly what it is. As you said, that is correct one. What is? It's like a server manager. But this is my server. To do any server related things have to do with the server manager only, right? But you are in a network, how to do it? One option I told, you can use remote desktop, means entire machine you will access in that one. Okay, entire machine you will access through remote desktop. Okay, and in that one, open the server manager and access. Second option, okay, this option is from 2019, 12 it is introduced, this one. That is server RM tools, remote management tools. It's nothing but a server manager installed into this physical machine, okay, and connected to the server. So this server manager, from this here, we can able to do all the tasks. No need to go inside. And this 2019, they introduced Windows Admin Center. Purpose is you can sit anywhere. Okay, domain, no problem. But these are all must be a domain members. So for security, domain authentication is required. Erase is not required. It can be in work group or it can be in a domain, no problem. Just open the browser, and put a name or a IP address of server and port. Then you can connect it to the server and you can do the task from your browser itself. See, no need of accessing entire remote desktop, no need of connecting through some server remote management tools. Simply using browser, that too, with or without connected to this WinRM remote management tool. Okay? With or without, either in the or out of the domain. Okay, you can connect it through network. It's taking time. Meanwhile, we'll try to access. Yes, colon slash slash 172, right? It is 172, 16, 194.7, colon 6601. It not yet finished. Unnecessarily we touched it. This is a Windows Admin Center shortcut. Complete, Babu, complete. We have a lot of works to do. Doing very small application it is. Yeah, it is this. And we can't able to move it also. This is the console actually. There it is not connected. That's why it is HTTPS. If it is completed, then only we can able to get this one. The installation is not getting complete. Okay, so meantime, I am going to show something. Where is OS drive? This is server, guys. 2000, maybe say 2019 server. Now what is this? Server hyper core. This is server eval. It means it is like your 2016, 2019 server only. But this one is hyper core, means core hypervisor only. It does not contain any other operating system related. This is a hypervisor, Hyper-V hypervisor directly. In a Windows server, we have seen there is a Hyper-V role, which comes with along with your server operating system and other server things also included there. Okay, other operating system things are included there, right? Just like you can use your operating system and Hyper-V there. But here it is, you can't do any other things. You can do only core hypervisor. It means only it's a blank one. Only Hyper-V direct hypervisor we are installing in a physical server. For connecting and accessing, you should use remote access tools. One of the best tool is like this one. This is this admin center. Also do monitoring your Hyper-V. Also you can create a virtual machines through admin center. You can create a users. You can create group policies. You can create a groups. Okay. You can install certain roles and features through admin center also. Okay. So that is the point. It is not completing. If it is completed, then I can do another work. When it will complete. Okay. Let it complete. Meanwhile, I will show one or two, these 2, 3 points, then we'll see. Tools. Why my time is not showing correctly? It is showing 2:26:24. This is 24:1. Okay. But 3:56. Wrong timing. Then what you have to do? So better to synchronize the time as per the date and time. So both are connected to same NTP server. Automatically it should be updated. Even I given a synchronize with the guest time. See the language and time zone is changed. Maybe because of that possible. So go to the language and time zone to the plus 530. Plus 530. 530. Now it is showing correctly. It completed, not completing. Okay. So I want to create a user. How to create a user? Please tell me.
Open tools and select the admin center users and devices.
Users and
Okay.
computers. Okay. So next,
Right click on it. Users. Right click again and create add users.
okay. Here, these are all default OUs. Okay. I want to create a separate OU for my users. So I click on that domain name, right click, new organizational unit. Okay. So this is a OU. O is a container. So in the container, you can put users, groups, computers also. Okay. I'm creating a OU for like just like I'm creating that CTS batch like that, like N NST 1, NSD 2, NS3 like that. Okay. Or maybe VMware, VM admins. Okay. Like this, I can create a OU. Here in this OU, I will create a user. I'm creating some user, any user you can create it. Right now, anyway, we are not accessing with the client. Hmm. So, I'm searching for a name. Oh, okay. Mohit. Hmm. And last name. Kopde. No. D. E. Sorry. Okay. I use Mohit as a login name. Okay. So this is Mohit@contoso.com means user principal name. Contoso/Mohit means Sam account name. Both are same. In a older version, before 2000 server, in NT server, we use like this NetBIOS name slash NetBIOS domain name slash account name. Later, we started using like principal @ because Active Directory, big architecture. Okay. I'm selecting this first option. Just I'm giving a name. This is, we created a simple user. This is OU. OU means in OU you can put all this VM admins, users, groups, admins we can able to create and their computers, their desktops like that we can create. Okay. That is a OU. OU means organizational unit. Like we can organize different users, groups, computers into a specific OU. For example, you have a HR department. HR department is there. So for HR department, I'm creating HR OU. And I'll keep all HR peoples, their users, groups, computers into this OU only. Okay. That's a organizing this one. Developer group is there. So I'll keep it all the developers into one OU. It's still not completed, don't worry about it. So how to open users and computers, Active Directory, users and computers without server manager. From run dsa.msc dsa.msc. It opens directly Active Directory, users and computers. It is open. Okay. What is the command? dsa dsa.msc. dsa.msc is a command to open Active Directory, users and computers. In 2012, in the server manager, for managing users, groups, computers, okay, for managing users, groups, computers, not only users and this one, they introduce admin center. This is Active Directory admin center. Creating a user is different in a admin center. So this admin center, so generally you create a user, for example, you use, this is admin center. If you are using Active Directory users and computers, so you created a user first, okay, then you have to do all the settings, office, email, okay, addresses, account, change account informations, profiles, telephones, organization, member of, all these things you have to manage after creation of account. Account only you will giving account name and password and some settings, but other settings you have to give later. But here it is, you can create a user. Along with that user, you can able to do it. User management, group management, and user restoration after deletion, you can do with a server. It means Active Directory Admin Center. It is introduced in 2012 server. Okay. So you see HROU. So I'm going to HROU here. So this is in HROU, there is no user. I'm creating new user. So new user. Okay, this is a new user, creating a user window. No names and all. Okay. And that lot of people. Akshay is there. Easiest name, Vishal Verma, Erra Vishal Verma. Okay, first name. Okay, mid initial. Okay, so yeah, just Sofa is there. So here it is, Vishal. Okay, so I creating a login name is Vishal. User principal name, Sham account name, password. In case this user is very sensitive user, then I can say protect the user also. And user must change password next login. So I'm not changing it. Okay. Account expiry we can fix here. We can give office name, email ID. Okay, web pages, email ID, vishal@contoso.com. This perfect. Okay, member of, we can add it to the group, direct associated password settings, profile setting. We can also do it from here. Okay, user, we can create a user, we can create groups, we can create OUs. Okay, we can delete a user's groups, OUs, like that. We can manage from administrative center. And also we can do it from admin center, but it is not set up, it's not completing. Maybe it will take a lot of time. Guys, any doubts in the Windows server?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing.
No,
Okay,
sir.
good. So what we are doing is we shut down this virtual machine. So again, we'll open it back. Okay. After the installation of VMware workstation. It's showing like this. Now the work is, we are not required for this one. So next one is we are going to we'll discuss about few other points about VMware, and then we are going to install the VMware ESXi in the virtual machine. Okay, so we'll see that points. So about a VMware vSphere minimum requirements. I got two documents. These two documents contains certain information. So these two documents I just gather some information from different places about VMware, about server virtualization, or about network virtualization, application virtualization. Okay, all these things are there. About VMware related information is also there in this product. Okay, and this is somewhat little heavy, means so many are there in this one, but few are compulsory. You should gather from here also. Okay, and the next document, which is this one. Okay, this is straight questions. What is VM? What is primary purpose of virtual machine? What is virtualization? Different types of virtualization. So quick type. What is software provided by VMware? Okay. So what is the other features? Kernel working layers. What is hypervisor? What is NFS and WMF? VM, VMFS. Okay. VMware products. Okay, VMware some components. What is VMDK? What is ESXi? Compulsory questions. All these are all compulsory. What is port group? What is vMotion? What is cluster? Okay, and in this one also few other questions are there. So what is HA? What is DRS? What is clone? What is template? Okay, what is DRS? Somewhere it is located. Might is gone. Yeah. No, not this one. Yeah, what is DRS? What is HA? What is vMotion? Okay, and one question is there in my place, that is what is cold and hot migration? Cold and hot migration. What is iSCSI? Yeah, that is port groups. We are told already, right? This is fewer questions from here. Few are the questions. Both are places are there. We'll see those things plus about virtualization. Also, we'll see. Okay. Take a break, guys. Take a 10 minutes of break. Come back at 4:20. Then we'll see some VMware related things and installations and configurations and all. Then we'll open our server again. So back at 4:20. I'll relax for 20 minutes.